Hey everyone, my name is Chloe and today I'm here to give you my July TBR. So in July, I'm going to be doing one readathon that is, I'm going to be reading 6 books for it. And the reason that is going to be my entire TBR is because I have a feeling the July book haul revisit is going to be kind of big. I don't know for sure, and it's because I've been doing 2 years worth, and that's really scary to me. I've been doing every book that I hauled 3 years ago as well as books that I've hauled 2 years ago. I'll link the playlist down below if you want to see past months. But I should film that before I film this to know for sure, but I have not done that. So we're going to do the one readathon that I really want to do, and it's a month-long readathon, and so I'm going to try to read these 6 books as well as the books on my book haul revisit, as well as all the books that are still sitting in my Libby. I'm filming this June 23rd, so I have 1 week left in June. So we're going to talk about the readathon, and then maybe I'll tell you what all is on my Libby and stuff, and we'll see what I get to before June's up. But okay, so the readathon I'm going to be participating in is Beaches and Books Readathon. And I am so excited because you guys, like you can tell from my hauls and everything, I've been wanting to armchair travel this summer. We are not going anywhere, I don't think, just because it's hard and expensive to go too far. We've got car sick kids, we've got air sick kids, we've got so much, so we're not traveling a lot this summer. So I'm gonna have to travel through my books. And so Beaches and Books Readathon is hosted by Celestia, Paperbacks and Ponytails, The Lucy Chronicles, Creatively Faithful, and Christian Faith and Fiction. So I will try to link all of them down below and their announcement videos. But this is the entire month, and they have a bingo board. Actually, I printed it. But as with most bingo boards, I am going to just try to do a blackout. And with that, though, I'm going to double up. So I'm going to double up on some prompts. I really don't do bingo boards. Like, I always just go for it. I don't know if they're okay with doubling up or not, but let's just get into the books and the prompts. So there's 2 prompts that are activity prompts. So one is Seashells. Go to the library or e-library and pick out a book. So of course I'll be doing that at some point throughout the month of July. The other one is Rainy Day. Read a book during a rainstorm. So God willing, we will be doing that. We have no rain forecasted for the foreseeable future, and well, I really hope so because it's been hot here, and so a little rain shower. I'm like craving a cozy rainy day, so hopefully it'll happen in July. But now let's get into the book prompts. So for number Lifeguard, a book you saved for later. So this one's like a little bit shameful. It is going to be Not That I Could Tell. So this is by Jessica Strasser. This is a book that I'm really excited for, and it has been on my TBR since May. Maybe, I think May. And so this is about a group of neighborhood women that gather wine in hand around a fire pit where their backyards meet one Saturday. Most of them are just ecstatic to have discovered that their baby monitors reached that far. It's a rare kid-free night and they're giddy. They drink too much and the conversation turns personal. By Monday morning, one of them's gone. So everyone knows everything about everyone else, and everyone has secrets. What happened to the missing mom? I don't know. Like I said, I want to read this so bad. And yet it's been on my TBR since May. I've had it on my shelves a very long time. So this is a book I've saved for later and later and later. This also counts for Starfish, a book that I think will be 5 stars because I love these like domestic mama dramas. Then it also counts for, that's it. It counts for those 2 prompts. So yeah, there's that. Then we have Waves, a book that made waves in the community. So I'm going to do a book that in my opinion, made positive waves, The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp. So I just hauled this, and a lot of you guys commented on my haul video that you loved this, and yeah, I'm really excited about it. So this is about Aiden Kelly. She's talented, ambitious, and ready for a more serious assignment than the fluff pieces she's been getting as a cub reporter for the Kansas City Star. Oh, hey, I live in Kansas City. I didn't even know that. In her eagerness, she pushes too hard, earning herself the menial task of writing an obituary for an unremarkable woman who's just entered hospice care. But there's more to Clara Kipp than meets the eye. The spirited septuagenarian? What? Septuagenarian. There we go. She may be dying, but she's not quite ready to cash in yet. Never one to shy away from the assignment herself, she can see that God brought the young reporter into her life for a reason. And if it's a story Ian Kelly wants, that's what Mrs. Kipp will give her, but she's going to have to work for it. So this is going to be, I have very high expectations. This could also be a 5-star prediction because everybody loves it so much, but I'm trying to keep my expectations moderate so I don't get disappointed. But so that counts for a book that made waves in the community. It also counts for a book with a yellow cover because there's yellow flowers on this cover, which is Sunshine. So a book with a yellow cover, and that's it. So there's that. Then we have, let's see, Beach Party, a book about friendship. So I'm going to read Summer Rental by Mary Kay Andrews. This one has been on my shelf forever. Mary Kay Andrews writes very reliable, just beach reads, women's fiction. So this counts for both a book about friendship as well as Boardwalk, a book set in a beach town. So this is about Ellis, Julia, and Dory, best friends since Catholic grade school. They now find themselves in their mid-30s at the crossroads of life and love. Ellis, recently fired from her job, begins to question the choices she's made over the past decade. Julia has a man who loves her and is offering the world, but she can no longer hide her deepest insecurities. And Dory has just been shockingly betrayed by the man she loved and trusted the most. Can a 1-month getaway to North Carolina's Outer Banks make things right? So, I don't know. I think there's some romance, probably some women's fiction. We'll see. Then we've got an underwater setting. So ocean, an underwater setting. And the host said it could be just one scene. It could be the cover. It could be multiple things. So I'm going to be reading Not a Sound by Heather Gudenkauf. And that is, so obviously there's an underwater scene on the cover. This is also going to count. No, this is only counting for one. Okay, so I love Heather Gudenkauf. She writes really good thrillers. This is about, let's see, there's no blurb. Oh, a shocking discovery and chilling secrets converge when a tragic accident leaves nurse Amelia Wynne deaf. She spirals into a depression that ultimately causes her to lose everything that matters, her job, her husband, and her stepdaughter. Now, 2 years later, with the help of her hearing dog, Stitch, she's finally getting back on her feet. But when she discovers the body of a fellow nurse in the dense bush by the river, deep in the woods near her cabin, she's plunged into a disturbing mystery that could shatter the carefully reconstructed pieces of her life all over again. So, I don't know. Sounds interesting. This is one of the only Heather Gudenkaufs I haven't read, so I'm excited to give it a shot. Then we have, let's see, Sandcastle, a book with royalty or sand on, or a castle on the cover. This is a stretch, but we're going to be reading With Love from London. So it's got Big Ben. It's got the London Bridge. Yeah, I guess. And we're going to assume some of these buildings are important royalty buildings. Okay, so this one I bought and didn't know it was an ARC, and I'm really frustrated by that. And let's see, a librarian inherits a bookshop from her estranged mother, leading her halfway across the world on a journey to self-discovery that transcends time and honors the unbreakable bonds of love and family. So it's about a librarian named Valentina Baker and her mother Eloise unexpectedly fled to her native London, leaving Valor and her father on her own. Now in her 30s and fresh out of a failed marriage, she feels a nagging disenchantment with her life and knows she's still heartbroken over her mother's abandonment. So then she receives words that her mom passed away, leaving her apartment and a bookshop. So I don't know. This is going to be mother-daughter, probably a little heavy. I would assume there's going to be a romance somewhere in there. But, yeah, so this has royalty on the cover. The next one is also a little bit of a stretch. We have Beach Ball, a book about sports. Just one second. My kids just got home, and they are making a ruckus in the background. Okay, sorry. Between the kids, and then we're getting a new roof right now, and they're not being too loud right now, but if you hear any banging, everything's okay. Anyway, so this last one is a little bit of a stretch as well, and it's Beach Ball, which is a book about sports. I shockingly don't have any books about sports on my shelves, and I wanted this TBR to be completely off my shelf, so we're going to be doing Run, Rose, Run by Dolly Parton and James Patterson, because running is a sport, you see. So this is about a thriller from America's most beloved superstar and its greatest storyteller. We are big Dolly fans in this house. But a new singer arrives in Nashville. She calls herself Annie Lee Keys, and she has more beauty, talent, and ambition than most, and a dangerous past that she's running from. Her performance of original songs at open mic night at the Cat's Paws Saloon downtown transfixes Ethan Blake, backup musician for country star Ruthanna Ryder. Ruth Anna may have retired for deeply personal reasons, but that doesn't mean she stopped writing music. Every day she records songs she'll never release. When she hears Annie Lee sing, the legend decides to help the ingenue. But a boost from a megastar like Ruth Anna may spotlight the talented newcomer's secret. Now Annie Lee may not live long enough to realize her dreams of stardom or for the world to learn her true identity. So, I don't know. Sounds interesting. I've heard really mixed things on the audiobook of this because I think Dolly maybe narrates part of it herself, and some people love that, some people don't. So if you've read the audiobook of this, let me know. But yeah, this is going to be a book about sports, right? So, guys, if you're watching this, let me know if my stretches are okay. But I think I got all the prompts. I did them in a little bit different order since I am doubling up, but I will have them down below. If you're participating, let me know, and let me know what you're going to read. Now, otherwise, we'll have the book I'll revisit, and then let me look at my Libby and see if there's anything I know for sure I'll be carrying over to July. I do have The Summer of Yes by Catherine Walsh. Is that right? And so I think I'll be reading that. I have it on NetGalley. Did I just say that? I don't know. So that will definitely be carried over. Otherwise, I'm not sure if I'll get to these in the next week or not. So I'm not even going to talk about it. So, yeah, that's my July TBR. What are you reading in July? Are you hopeful that I will finish all these books on my June TBR? Well, that's another thing. They'll just kind of roll over if I don't. So, going to be a big TBR. Going to be a big month. I'm just guessing. But somehow I always have more books than I can read. So, it's a good problem to have. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one.